if you're going to invest in a data infrastructure, or if you're employed by an organization that's invested into this, big data warehouse, you measure your inputs by the quality of data that you provide the organization, as well as how much income they could generate from that data. So let's say that you are working in a, say, tobacco company, and 1 year after handling quite a number of projects in the data team, there's no visible improvement in the process, or in income, or in convenience. Even convenience, we can keep convenience low. We cannot see any improvement in revenue, any improvement in income, any improvement in process. Then we can just say that we've not gained anything. The company has not gained anything. So in today's project, we're going to see how you're going to think in terms of how you want to add value to the company, right? So that is one. Number two, so let's just write it first. Number one, data engineering is about adding value, right? Engineering is about adding value. Number one, adding value. Number two, it's about decision making. Now, I have talked about decision making in 3 Hacker Days ago, right? Decision making. So if you're going to be doing data warehousing, a lot of stuff you're going to do, it's about decision making. Now, many times you do data warehousing because there is also a data scientist that is going to, it's in the downstream of that is going to use whatever you're going to do. So a data scientist is building models from the data you provide, and what you want that data scientist. Now, I'm trying to put it in 2 ways. Number one, the data scientist and you yourself, which is the data engineer, is a part. There are 2 big parts of a whole. That means to an executive in the company, he sees all of you as one, right? Whether you are successful and the data scientist is not successful, to somebody outside of IT, they don't know. You're all one, right? So it's most of the time in a bad organizational setting, when shit hits the fan, you start pointing fingers. I gave you clean data, but you gave me a bad model, and things go back and forth. You start going. Now, in our real life experience, I can say I have seen all those kind of stuff, right? So, but it's just to understand that from the outside, whether you're a data scientist, whether you're in the data engineering role, you all are one. You're parts of one whole body, and that is the data team, right? I work in a data team, and when there's a problem, everybody is at fault, not the scientist. So what you do is really about decision making, and that decision making is going to span from getting the data to deliver the data. Thirdly, let's put this one quickly, it's about quality, right? It doesn't make any sense if you just churn out data that is without quality. A bad data is as dangerous as no data. Bad data is as dangerous, if not worse, than no data. Right, so data engineering is about quality. I'm going to give you data, but I'm going to make sure I give you quality data. And once I give you quality data, then it's either the executive or the data scientist is going to build models or build reports. Whoever is building reports, that's going to drive something out of it. So today we're going to look at a scenario where we're going to do some of these things. We want to talk about adding value, making decisions, and looking out for quality, right? It is not everything, but I want to focus on, especially number one, exactly, adding value.